Hey guys, how's it going? Like Butter here, and today I got a Division 2 video for you. There was a state of the game today, and as well as a bunch of new content that they talked about, there is also a lot of things that we happen to already know that has now been further confirmed or further analyzed. So let's get right into this. So as you can see in the title, it seems like the Division 2 is going to have an absolute immense amount of content, which is going to be really good for people like myself who like to just grind through content as fast as possible to get to end game as quickly as possible and get the best loot. You know, I've always been a big loot guy, so that's what I care about the most. And today's state of the game really hit home with me, because my problem with the Division 1 was that I would get through content way too fast. Now, I understand people say, you know, not everyone has as much time as you to play games, because obviously this is my full-time job. I have all the time in the world to play games, right? But if you base your content off of the people that grind your game the most, then the people who don't get to play it as much will never, ever run out of stuff to do. And that seems to be exactly what they're doing with the Division 2. Today they released a roadmap for Year 1, which a lot of people wanted more info about. They talked a little bit about the Season Pass, what you get for the Year 1 Pass, and even mentioned that they will be, you know, continuously having content planned after Year 1. Now, this was something that they did not say in the Division 1. They did not commit to Year 2 in the Division 1. They had a Year 1 plan, and they didn't say anything about the year after that. So it seems like this team is very, very committed to bringing us the best game possible for as long as they possibly can. Now, I want to go in and show you guys the Year 1 trailer and talk about the episodes that they're going to be releasing, and the amount of content we're about to get is just absolutely insane. So enjoy.
The launch of the Division 2 is only the beginning of our journey. We have an extensive post-launch plan supporting the game for the year to come. This content will be free and accessible for everyone. It all starts shortly after release, with the introduction of Tidal Basin, a new challenging faction stronghold held by the Black Tusk. Next up is the launch of Operation Dark Hours, the first 8-player raid in the history of the Division. Team play and coordination will be the key to success. As the year unfolds, we will be releasing 3 new episodes. Episodes are free major content updates with additional narratives and missions, new PvP and PvE modes, as well as 3 entirely new specializations. New threats will rise as the situation in Washington, D.C. evolves. Our first free episode, DC Outskirts Expeditions, will take you to the surrounding areas of Washington to fight for the liberation of the city in 2 additional main missions. The first major update will also introduce a new game mode. Division agents must form an expedition to investigate the fate of a lost convoy, encountering unexpected threats along the way. The second free episode, Pentagon, The Last Castle, will host its own narrative extension with additional main missions and introduce a new experience, as agents will have to storm the Pentagon and unveil the secrets that hide beneath one of America's most iconic locations. The third free episode will close the first chapter of the Division 2 storyline and pave the way for even more content to come. We will also introduce 3 entirely new specializations. Each of them will bring in a new unique signature weapon and skill tree to unlock and master. New endgame specializations will help you redefine your own personal playstyle as you take on new high-level challenges. The Year 1 Pass owners will enjoy 7 days early access to the episodes, instant access to the specializations as they release, a series of 8 classified assignments revealing more about the fall of DC, base of operations projects, more bounty targets, as well as trophies and unique customization items. The Division 2 is an ever-evolving game that we are committed to keep improving upon as we listen to community feedback. There will be vast amounts of varied new content deployed in the coming months. No matter your playstyle, there will always be something new for you to experience. We look forward to seeing you on the streets of Washington, D.C.
So this trailer kind of hit home with me, because this pretty much covered every concern I've ever had about the Division. In the Division 1, I got through content incredibly fast, and it seemed like once I had all the loot, the only thing that really kept me going was the PvP. So, if the PvP was kind of unbalanced and unfun, like it was in, 1.3 or 1.8, you would see my interest in the game go down over time, because in a looter, you have to be able to work towards new things. You have to be trying new builds. You have to be, working towards new ways to play the game. And in the Division 1, they tried their best to keep up with stuff as much as they could. But obviously, now we know that a large portion of their team was working on the Division 2 instead, because they wanted to kind of fix a lot of the mistakes they made with the Division 1. And some of these fixes just were not possible given the budget and, the time frame that they had. So they talked about the 3 new specializations that are going to be added throughout the year. There's going to be one added with each episode drop. So with episode 1, there will be a new specialization, which means new skill tree. And if you guys don't know how the skill trees work, you can use bits and parts of each skill tree if you want. It's kind of like how you build up like a gear set. You can use 4 of one, or you can use 2 of the here, 2 of there. There's going to be ways to use each specialization skill tree in your build. So it's not like you're going to have to go all the way on one skill tree. So this is going to like mix up gameplay so much, because with these new specializations coming out, it's going to inspire a ton of new build possibilities with all the different skills that you're going to be able to put in with each tree. So there was actually a hint towards one of the future specializations that are going to be coming. I'm going to play this clip of what Hamish said real quick.
One might say there was a mini spoiler in the trailer. Do with that what you will.
So I caught this when rewatching the video as I was editing. If you look on the right side here when it says year 1 specializations, you can actually see the anomaly of a minigun in the right hand corner. I'll slow it down so you guys can see it. So it looks like this means there's going to be a minigun specialization that will be coming to the Division after launch. I am so excited. This is going to open up so many new possibilities, and I honestly can't wait to hear more about it. So if you didn't see State of the Game today, Yannick was talking about how they are going to continuously add content throughout the game's lifespan. They talked about how they learned a lot with Division 1, how there just wasn't enough to keep people interested unless you just didn't play the game. As far as like people like me that play the game so much, there wasn't enough there to keep people constantly playing, and that's something they learned with the Division 1, and they're going to definitely fix that for the Division 2. They talked about not only are they going to have the year 1 story expansions, which, by the way, if you heard in the trailer, they're going to be releasing actual story, new story missions this time instead of just game modes, but they said they're also going to be adding game modes as time goes on as well, which is absolutely amazing. Like, I am so excited for that. And he also talked about in between those content drops, they're also going to be releasing bits and pieces of things, whether it be like, new dailies, whatever it is. With the Division 1, we saw it a little bit with seasons, and it goes through a list of things talking about like seasonal rewards and so many possibilities, new threats, new contracts, etc., etc. They're going to be adding constant stuff to this game to keep people always playing. You're always going to have new stuff to do, new weapons, new exotics. It's just absolutely amazing. Like, I'm so excited. We are so close to the Division 2, guys. It is only 13 days away. It's actually hasn't really sunk in for me yet. I think it'll start sinking in once we start playing the open beta, which is this weekend, by the way. I will be streaming it full time. By the way, if you guys are on PC and you end up pre-ordering the Division 2 on the Epic Games Launcher, you can use code LikeButter9. It'll help support me and doesn't cost you a thing. Basically, Epic just gives me a percentage of what they make off the game and support the content creators that kind of get people to buy games on their launcher. But if you're not a huge fan of the Epic Games Launcher, you can always just buy it on Uplay as well. And if you're on console, obviously they'll just be sold on the stores associated with those consoles. But man, I am so excited. So let's talk a little bit about what you're going to get with the Year 1 Pass. So the Year 1 Pass is going to basically give you things a little bit earlier. So for example, the episodes that are going to be coming out, you're going to be getting those 7 days early. However, it's going to become free for everyone else, after that. Also, if you pre-order the Ultimate Edition, it'll show you on the sites which things will give you what, but as long as you have the Gold Edition and above, you'll get 3-day early access, which is another cool thing that you are going to be able to have. You're also going to unlock stash space faster, and you're also going to unlock the specializations immediately when those 3 new specializations come out. It also seems like they're doing a very good job monetizing the game. The cryptid caches from the first game are coming back. So there are basically loot boxes, but the way they did the loot boxes in the Division 1 were phenomenal. And honestly, they seemed like they learned from all the other mistakes that companies made, because they are going to also allow you to earn everything in game. And if you do happen to purchase these crates, or these cryptid caches, you'll be guaranteed to not get any duplicates. They talked about it a little bit on State of the Game, how there's like 2 different encrypted caches, one type that you can buy that is seasonal, and then after that season, all of those items from that crate will go into the regular encrypted caches. The regular encrypted caches you cannot buy, but you can earn in-game, and you can also buy the exact item that you want, so you don't have to go in and, spend $80 to $100 just rolling the dice to get the item you want. You can directly purchase the things that you want. So it seems like they learned from a lot of the other companies' mistakes and just basically are going to give a way for them to make money, but also fair to the people that want to put the time and effort into the game to earn it through the actual game. Overall, I'm just absolutely ecstatic. Like, I can't stress to you guys how excited I am for the Division 2 and how happy I am to see them learning from their mistakes in the Division 1. I will put a link in the description if you want to watch the full state of the game. I highly recommend it. There was a ton of info today that you guys may be interested in. I didn't want to go over everything because it's almost too much to go over. And a lot of these things we already knew and I've already talked about in past videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop the video a like if you enjoyed, and be sure to subscribe if you're new on this channel. You are going to be getting a ton of Division 2 content from me, including the open beta this weekend and also, the full game coming out. It's so close. And they did say that there's going to be world's first race on raids. They hadn't specifically say that, but it sounds like it's going to be coming out the same time for everyone and people are going to be able to race to the end. So hopefully they do something like Destiny did where they kind of announce the winner and the people that finish the raid first. I'm definitely going to be trying to put together my best possible raid team to get through this as fast as possible. I'm really excited for it, and hopefully you guys are too. Be sure to drop the video a like if you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys next time. Take care, everybody.